Hi, it's Alissa from Maintaining Motherhood, and today I want to talk to you about where we do our homeschool. When we first started homeschooling, it seemed that everybody had a homeschool room, a room that was dedicated just to their homeschool. And I thought about this a whole bunch, and we have a couple rooms in our house that I thought, we could easily turn these into a homeschool room. We have like a formal living room area, and we have a toy room. And so we kind of talked about turning one of those two into a schoolroom. But the more I thought about it, the more I didn't actually like that idea. And here's the reason why. We just do our homeschool in our kitchen. That way, I already know it's a space that everybody fits at because we eat all of our meals at our kitchen table. Also, if we want to do a craft or a science experiment or something that's going to be a little bit more messy, we already have a hard floor, a surface that already gets spilled on, and I don't have to worry about anything getting ruined. So for us, the kitchen works perfectly, and we've just been able to store all of our homeschool curriculum that we're currently using on two little carts. I store them in a closet and I'll bring them out when we're ready to do our homeschool. We do store all of the curriculum that we're not currently using just in a desk so that it's not in the way, and that also helps keep the clutter and the things that we're currently using to a minimum. So here are the carts, and I usually will just kind of push them right up to where I'm sitting, and I'll just rotate through whose curriculum I'm getting all ready for the day. And let me just kind of give you a step-by-step overview of how these are organized. So with kids, I've learned you have to label everything very specifically so it all gets put back. So the boys, this is where their bins and their extra workbooks are put. So my youngest, this is all of his kindergarten stuff. And if you want to know exactly what we use, go ahead and check out my videos. I'll link all of them below with what we're using for each grade level. So this is my kindergartner, my second grader, and my fifth grader. And then in this bin, we have extra clipboards. This is where we keep our history curriculum. These are all of the mats that we use for our math curriculum. And then we keep these extra sheet protectors that I've cut a slit in, and we'll keep them in here so that we can just put them over the workbook pages so that we can use curriculum over and over. This is where we keep our science. So our science and history are both just right here, nice and close. Then we do a 4-day school week, and so on the 5th day, then they'll just do pages out of their workbooks, and I'll keep these here. This is where the reader for The Good and the Beautiful Level 3 is, and then these little readers for my preschooler. We have extra sticky notes, which we use a lot to just kind of keep our place in the workbooks, geography flashcards, tape, and paper clips. And then down on the bottom, we keep all of the math boxes, the history game that we're using, and then our whiteboards. On the other cart, we have all of our girls. So this is preschool curriculum. This is the 4th grade, and then 7th grade, and her extra math book. And then we have all of our scrap paper and construction paper, craft stuff, again, another clipboard. And then down here we have all of the writing utensils. We just stick the magnet here. Here we have pencils, and they're all very clearly labeled. Again, hoping that they put everything away. Markers, pens, dry erase markers, and there's colored pens, crayons, and colored pencils back there. And then down on the bottom we have all of the coloring books and stickers so that the little kids have something to do while I'm doing school with the kids, and it's just right here, easy for me to grab for them. Each morning we kind of rotate throughout the whole house. We really do use our whole house for our homeschool. We do our morning scripture study in my bedroom. The kids will all just sit around on the floor and we'll read and discuss the scriptures. Then we'll go down and have breakfast, wash the table off, and it's time to get started. And as I rotate through each of the kids, they just sit at the kitchen table while they're working with me, and then they're free to go anywhere else in the house to do their schoolwork. So some kids, they stay pretty close. Like, we all just kind of stay pretty close to each other. So I noticed that most of the kids will stay either at the kitchen table, and we'll just kind of slowly scoot people down the line, or they'll go in the family room and they'll do their schoolwork there. We do also have in that formal living room area, we call it our music room. And so that's where piano practice and violin practice will happen. And the off chance that nobody's playing the piano, then people will sometimes go in there because that's where the comfy chairs are. And so people will go in there to study as well. And then in our family room, we have a computer desk. And we've kind of set that aside so that the noise from people doing their computer programs doesn't bother other people that are trying to do their schoolwork. So we do kind of have like this rotating circle of music, computer, working with mom, and independent work. And that flow has really been great for us. I think if we had a dedicated schoolroom, it wouldn't really matter so much because it seems like wherever mom is, that's where most people want to congregate. Maybe your family is different, but they kind of follow me around. So having where I'm in the kitchen, whether I'm cooking breakfast or lunch or dinner or doing some meal prep or canning or something, they can still be doing schoolwork and I can kind of be right there to help them if they have extra questions, but we're not all on top of each other because we have a large space there. So yeah, I personally don't think that you need a dedicated homeschool room. Yes, every time I see them, I still wish that we had one, just because I'm one of those people that gets excited when I go to a store that has a lot of office supplies. I love little paper clips and pencils and pens, but I don't need all of those things. I don't need a desk for every single child because the truth is they probably wouldn't sit at that desk all the time. They would love to store things in the desk and then I would just have more clutter to go through. So anyway, that's how we do our homeschool room. You don't need a homeschool room. You could just use a kitchen table. You could just sit on the couch. Oftentimes with my toddlers, we're sitting on the floor to do their schoolwork because it's just easier for them to, be more involved in the process when they can spread everything out in front of them. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up so that I know to make more videos like this one. Any questions or comments that you have, make sure to leave them below.